Is perfect.
I thought number 3, Distant Beauty, would take some beating here, Jen. Aaron Spiteri riding for the in-form David Hall.
Well, she's in form as well. She's won her last 3 on the trot, and she's racing very, very well. I gave her a great chance as well.
Listening's Joy goes all right here. Number 4, Jason Patton is riding for Stuart Webb, but not well off at the gate.
Well, she won this race last year, and she's had a similar preparation going into it. I'm sure she'll be running on at the end, and she's probably a value chance.
You can see $10.20 on Super Tab for a $1 investment. 5, Plata Aura is at big odds. Danny Nikolic is the rider. For Bevan Lamming, it comes out of gate 2, $23 as you can see on the tape, but you give her a chance.
I do actually. I thought if you were taking a trifecta, she'd be a good one to put in. She's won 2 in Queensland over 1,800 metres, and she's back on the dry track. Very significant for her.
6 from the north, Eddie Casser, the rider for Charlie Goggin.
I doubt that she'll be able to figure in the finish if this horse, actually, she's interesting. She hasn't got a tail there. It must have been eaten off somewhere. But
Some
maybe.
people eat strange things.
Yeah, I'm not that keen on her chances.
Afra Ben, number 10, to be ridden by Matthew Gatt for Steve Alderson.
Steps up in distance and probably looks a chance not to run the distance out. So
12,
not keen.
Western Dove, Eddie Wilkinson, the rider for Gary Lee.
Another query distance here from barrier 19. It's going to make it a little tough as well. So I'm not that keen on number 12.
Trifecta, please, Jennifer.
Well, the trifecta, I'm going number 3, Distant Beauty from 2 Musical Chimes, and number 5, Plata Aura.
I like Distant Beauty as well. We'll take a break, and when we come back, they'll be ready to jump away in the Singapore Challenge, race 3 on Cup Day. Gates are being filled here at Flemington for the 3rd. There are the tote figures. Roy Higgins joins us quickly before the jump.
Yes, Pete. Before they jump, I just went with the top 2. I went 2 in front of the 1. The other 2, number 10, Afro Ben, and 3, Distant Beauty. 2, 1, 10 and 3 for the 3rd, Pete.
And Roy Higgins will be joining us right throughout the day. They are Super Tab dividends. They're just about set to go for the running of the 3rd. So let's go up to Dan Malicki and Gary Willits in the commentary box.
Last of them getting ready. Perfect Lady set one out, Western Dove.
Yes, Musical Chimes should get a beautiful run here, Danny. Drawing 1. Got about a half a furlong before you're on that big sweeping turn, and that drawing inside's very good.
All set to go. Western Dove links up. They're off and racing. Musical Chimes may have missed it about a half a length down on the inside. Plata Aura jumped away well. Dancing Apollo races forward. Afra Bain in search of the lead. From the north, and Vicky are also up there from God's Waki. And Distant Beauty getting back to about 6th. Musical Chimes will end up about midfield on the inside of Salvage Bid. Our Sonnet gets back. Western Dove is trapped wide. Then Perfect Lady. Golden Form, Softer. Listening's Joy and Strictly Jazz is back to last. Vicky works to the lead. 1,200 to go and led 2.5 lengths. From the north, 2nd. A length away, Plata Aura 3rd. Afra Bain 4th. 1.5 away than a Dancing Apollo on the inside of Distant Beauty. Another 3 lengths away then to Our Sonnet. Western Dove is a length behind it, and on the inside was Musical Chimes. Wonder God's Waki, Perfect Lady, then Golden Form, Listening's Joy, 3rd last from Strictly Jazz and Softer on the inside. They're well strung out, 800 left to go. Vicky the leader by a length and a half to From the North, and 2 lengths away 3rd on the inside was Plata Aura. Afra Bain around it, 1.5 to Distant Beauty. Then Dancing Apollo, Salvage Bid. Our Sonnet behind those from Musical Chimes is in the back half of the field as they turn for home. God's Waki next, and then Golden Form wide. Listening's Joy, Strictly Jazz as they turn into the straight at the 500. Vicky in front. Going after it from the north. Plata Aura there. Afra Bain into the clear with Distant Beauty. Then Dancing Apollo, Our Sonnet, and running on fairly Musical Chimes. It's Distant Beauty going to the lead. Musical Chimes is running on strongly now, the favourite. It's Distant Beauty a length in front. Musical Chimes is closing on the inside. Plata Aura, but it's Distant Beauty a length in front of Musical Chimes. 100 to go. Distant Beauty a half in front. Musical Chimes trying hard. Distant Beauty hanging on though. Distant Beauty a half a length to Musical Chimes. 4 lengths away 3rd was Dancing Apollo, who battled on well. Softer next time, and then Plata Aura. Behind those, Western Dove from God's Waki. Well back was From the North with Perfect Lady. Afra Bain dropped out of it, couldn't handle the trip. Salvage Bid next from Vicky. Golden Form, Strictly Jazz, Listening's Joy, and Our Sonnet at the tail end.
Well, another good win to David Hall. Distant Beauty, well ridden by Aaron Spiteri. Went to the line very strongly. I thought Musical Chimes was going to pick it up, but Distant Beauty was just too strong, and they really ran along on that then. Here they are here, coming to the 200-metre mark. Distant Beauty going very well. Aaron Spiteri asked her for an effort, riding her hands and heels, and just picked her up there. Goes to the line very strong.
Well,
Peter, I think you've got a very happy trainer there. He's going well. You better ask him for a loan.
Yeah, I will ask him for a loan. I reckon he might be able to give us one because you are flying at the moment. You can't wipe that smile off your face.
Oh, it's an unbelievable feeling, Peter, I tell you. To be able to do it this time of year, it's just something you just don't dream of.
Just she's ultra consistent, this mare.
She's been great. I mean, her last preparation, she ran 4 thirds in town. She couldn't win one. She had really good form around some nice fillies. She came back this time in and she sort of ran last. Brett pulled her up at Werribee, thought she'd broken down. We sent her down to the clinic. She was there for 2 days. They couldn't find anything wrong with her. She came home and, you know, she's just continued to get better and better. And we had to qualify for this race today. That's why she went to Bendigo the other day. She went back from 1,600 to 1,300. Which we thought might have been a bit of an ask for her, and she's came through and winning, qualifying for today and winning today. It's just amazing.
It was a nice genuine speed mid-race too.
Fantastic. We were a little bit worried from the barrier draw and the speed where she was going to end up. She's been a real on-pace sort of a runner in weaker company. And I thought Aaron just showed terrific judgment and had a beautifully positioned, obviously. 6-1 off the fence was a great spot to be in, and she was never going to be weak. She's always been strong at the end of her races.
We're so lucky in our riding ranks here in Victoria and around Australia with so many great young talents coming up through the riding ranks.
Peter, that's exactly right. I mean, Aaron Spiteri is, you know, a guy with a hell of a lot of ability. He's probably off the boil a little bit at the moment, which happens with jockeys until they sort of ride some winners and get their confidence back. But he's certainly one of those young guys with plenty of ability.
Well, this is becoming a habit. I'm sure you won't mind seeing me for the rest of the day if it happens.
I'm not getting tired of your face at all, Peter.
Oh, thanks very much. First time you've said that. Well done.
Good on you.
David Hall, the winning trainer after the running of the 3rd here at Flemington this afternoon. Another great performance by the stable. Distant Beauty returning to scale. And we'll take a break from Network 10's live coverage of Foster's Melbourne Cup Day for 1999.
It's official. There's a larrikin on the lawn, and look at this. This would have to be the story of the Melbourne Cup. Kevin, tell us about Lady Elsie. You've got it happening today.
Well, I believe we're a chance. And it's a dream 3 years ago that we leased a horse from Eric Butler from Rangell Park Stud, who owns Caltrees.
That'd be him down there.
Yeah, that's him. And we picked this little filly out, and she's only very small, but boy, she got a motor. And believe me, she's not a $60 chance. She's a dead set chance today.
I think this hat here.
This is what we're doing, mate. We're living our dream for the normal people out there, and we're normal, I hope. We'll kick their butt today. Yep.
Fantastic. A big round of applause for Lady Elsie. The people's horse, Lady Elsie, back to you.
Good on you, Tim Bailey, and the best of luck to the connections of Lady Elsie, one of the outsiders, but definitely still there with a chance. After all, she is here at Flemington on the first Tuesday in November. There's Gleeson down adjacent to the scales. Gives us the correct weight signal for Maggie after the running of the 3rd, the Singapore Challenge, with Distant Beauty defeating Musical Chimes and Dancing Apollo. And here are the official dividends with Dan Malicki.
$4.70 and $1.80 for Distant Beauty, $1.70 for Musical Chimes, and $2.90 for Dancing Apollo. $8.90 for the Quinella, the trifecta $59.60. The Exacta paid $26.50, and the race-to-race double $19.40. So, Tim, we've virtually had the second favourites win the first 3 races so far at Flemington.
Certainly have, and that wasn't a great result for bookmakers. There was a bit of money late for actually the first 2 in that field. They were actually the equal favourites when they jumped. Well, a man that's familiar to Melbourne Cup Day is the owner of the great Might and Power, of course, the winner of the Cup a couple of years ago. Nick, welcome again.
Thank you, Tim. It's wonderful to be here.
Special day 2 years ago for you. Get a buzz still?
Buzz, I mean to say is that I just can't comprehend how the people still come to me and want autographs and want to talk about Might and Power. They just haven't forgotten, you know. It comes from everywhere, wherever I go. He's just become an Australian icon. And I just thank God that I'm the proud owner of him, you know.
How is the big fella going? He's had a pretty bad time of it with a leg injury. How's he standing up?
Well, you know, he's come along terrific, you know. We're very fortunate with modern medication. I've got a couple of people working on him, even the doctors at St Vincent's Hospital. They've put their 2 bits worth in to try and help with new drugs that are developing to grow tissue and bone. And yes, he's coming along terrific. We only have one problem. He's not an easy horse to train. He's such a powerful horse even when he gets out on the track, and to control him and try and work him, to try and get him fit, is going to be a bit of a problem.
Will he race again?
look, at this point of time, everyone's very, very confident. But as my vet said, and Jack Daniel said, we don't want to rush him because it could be a vital mistake. We'll know in about a month's time, and we are honestly hoping that if he get him right for the Australian Cup, it's the only one he hasn't got, and if he gets that one, he's got the lot, and that'll be unbelievable.
Certainly will be, as a lot of people out there want to see him again. Who do you like in today's big race?
You know what, Tim, I was asked a question last night, and I must say that even when I won the Cup, I didn't know I was going to win it. It is the icon race of the year. Everybody stops the country. There's 24 horses. I think that there's 24 chances, and I hope to got the best horse wins.
Come on, Nick, give us a winner.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm going to have a sentimental bet. I might stick to my jockey, Jim Cassidy, hoping that he can win on the high.
Good on you. Well, Nick, thanks again for joining us on Network 10. Great to see you.
Thank you very much, Tim. All the very best.
Yeah, Nick Moratis, the owner of the great Might and Power. So there could be some good news. The champ might be back soon.
Fingers crossed, Tim Gossage, because wouldn't we love to see him back here at Flemington after that emotional day on Queen Elizabeth Stakes Day last year. That was the last time he went to the races, and I would love to see him back here on Australian Cup Day.
Oh, I think everyone would. He has so many fans, Might and Power, and let's hope that that injury is coming along very well.
What a day it is here, and what a view that is. Isn't that spectacular?
Superb.
Fabulous Flemington looking at her brilliant best today on this picture-perfect day. Hardly a cloud in the sky, and a crowd approaching 100,000 people here to witness our great race. And those pictures, of course, coming from the Goodyear blimp, which is now a part of the carnival here at Flemington. Here are the tote figures for the next event, race 4, the Eat Well, Live Well 1100, scratchings of 4 Archangel and number 6, and that is Arch Win. And you can see the dividends there with our scenario, very popular around about the $5.30 mark. And what did you go for, Jennifer?
Well, I've gone for number 16, River Crossing, at pretty big odds here, Peter, around about 30 to 1 as I have a look over his shoulder. Has had 2 starts down the straight here and has done quite well, a couple of placings there. And I thought that the fact that she's got a lot of ability and she's been fresh, and she's definitely a chance in this race. From number 8, Lady of Aragon, a much better horse since being ridden from behind and coming with a late run. And number 2, our scenario for third.
Well, I can tell you my selection there won't win. It definitely won't win because it's scratched. Yes. So my alternative selection is our scenario number 2, and there you see them, River Crossing from Jenny Chapman here in race 4. Ahead to race 8, the Fosters Melbourne Cup at 20 minutes after 3 Eastern Daylight Saving Time. So it is now some 3 hours and 20 minutes away, and the Cup race is always wide open. Tie the Knot has been the medium of some support in the betting ring. It's $10.30. Sky Height still the favourite at $5.30. Yavana's Place at 34. Arena above it at 15. The Hind $10.50. Travel Mate 11.30. Skyboat 43. $4.2 million in the Super Tab win pool. The Message 99 at big odds in the race. Streak is at $18.10. Then you go all the way down to Rogan Josh, number 17, at $6.10. Labille $10.20, certainly in contention as well. And the others are all outsiders. Good luck to the connections of Lady Elsie. We just saw them out on the lawn enjoying the day, and won't they be enjoying it a fair bit more if Lady Elsie happens to lob in the Melbourne Cup?
She's a long shot, and maybe just at best a place chance for her, I'd say.
All right, the big crowd is here, and let's go to the presentation after the running of race number 3, and we join the chairman of the Singapore Tourism Board, Edmund Cheng.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to join you all here today and to present this Singapore Challenge Trophy on behalf of Singapore Airlines, Singapore Turf Club, and Singapore Tourism Board. Some of you may know that Singapore has just built a brand new racecourse which provides world-class racing facilities. The official opening of the new Singapore racecourse will be on March 4th next year, the same day as the inaugural Singapore Airlines International Cup. This race will offer prize money of 3 million Singapore dollars and has already attracted much interest from the racing fraternity around the world. I would like to invite all of you to join us in Singapore for what promises to be a very historic and exciting occasion, and also to enjoy the many wonderful and exciting celebrations that we have organized for you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your warm welcome, and I wish you all the very best for the rest of the Race Cup. Good luck.
Edmund Cheng, the chairman of the Singapore Tourism Board, presenting the trophy to the connections of the winner of the third. 2 winners for David Hall already here at Flemington today. Distant Beauty taking out the third race. Natural Is My Name is the tote favourite in the next event, race 4, the Eat Well, Live Well 1100. Naturally enough, 1100 metres the journey. It's round about 21 minutes away. In the meantime, let's head back to the Channel 10 marquee and Sandra Sully.
Thanks, Peter. You know, if you don't pick a winner today and you didn't happen to pick a winner on Saturday, we have not just the Foster's Melbourne Cup today, the Holy Grail, the most coveted prize on the Australian racing calendar. We have a feast of sport ahead for you on the network, including Oaks Day and Stakes Day. Now, our live coverage starts from 11 until 5, Oaks Day on Thursday, Stakes Day on Saturday. And if perhaps you like racing on another sort of track, we have Rally Australia this Sunday, 1 till 5 on Network 10. And, of course, the big one, the FAI 1000 at Bathurst, Mount Panorama. Saturday, the 13th of November, the telecast starts from 12 until 5. And, of course, the finale on Sunday, the 14th of November, from 7 a.m. in the morning until 5 p.m. So a feast of sport ahead of you. For those of you who love sport, as we all do here on Network 10. Let's go to the break now with some glorious images of Victoria and Melbourne, Australia's second largest city. You're watching the 1999 coverage of the Melbourne Cup Carnival. This is it, the Cup Day. Welcome back to Flemington. The Governor-General there, Sir William Dean, arriving for the big race, the race that stops the nation. And for those of us that didn't believe it, well, there you can see our head of state arriving to award and honour the most coveted prize in Australian racing. I'm going to catch up with you guys later. Continue to enjoy the champagne and chicken and try and behave yourselves, okay? Someone else who's trying to behave herself is Lynn Talbot with the milliner the designer that's responsible for her outfit today. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, yes, look, the atmosphere is electric out here in the members' stand in front of the members' lawn, as you can see, but there's still about 3 hours to go to the big race, but a lot of people are already finding a spot to prop so that they can actually see the Melbourne Cup when it happens. And I've propped here with, yes, the designer of this beautiful outfit, Victoria Triantifilou. It is stunning. It's a one-off, this piece, but of course it does reflect what your range is all about.
There are different themes, ethnic themes flowing through the current range, the summer range, incorporated in day wear and in evening wear.
Yes, it is beautiful. I have seen quite a bit of the ethnic influence on the course today. And it appears that a lot of designers like yourself are falling in love with a piece of fabric, being inspired by it and making something that's fitting to that piece of fabric, instead of the other way around, perhaps traditionally, whereby you would design something and then find the fabric to suit. Is that what you're finding?
That's the way I do it. I always find the piece of fabric first and then always think, what am I going to do with it? And this is what I've come up with this piece of fabric.
Well, you're probably best to describe it for us. It's 4 pieces.
It's a combination of the silk with the silk and embossed georgette, in the corset trimmed with the glass gold beading, with the sari wrap skirt over the capri pant.
With a beautiful Mandy Murphy hat. Yes, back to you there.
Thank you, Lynn. You know, for those of you who don't realise, fashion is not just synonymous with racing, it also delivers a lot of bucks. You know, throughout the entire Spring Carnival week, I think people spend about $17.5 million on fashion alone. So we're not just having fun, we're getting down to business. Now, your chance to win is, of course, with the Maggi Race of the Century competition. We're running it all this week. And as you can see, the phone number will be up on your screen shortly. All you need to do is buy a Maggi product, grab the entry form, the telephone number there, 1902 555 616. That's all you need to do is call that number, register your winning selection. We'll be giving a Phantom Call, a snippet of the Phantom Call all week, and all you need to do is select your winner, plus give the last 6 digits of the Maggi barcode from the product that you buy. Now, the competition closes on Friday, and on Emirates Day, Stakes Day, we'll show you the entire race. So good luck. We hope you win a fortune. For those of you who can't win on the Maggi Race of the Century competition, perhaps you can win this afternoon. Stick around. This is the 139th running of the Foster's Melbourne Cup.
this year with all the colour stories, no, through you come, this year with all the colour stories, I want to be taken seriously. It's all about hanging around with the right people. Plenty of credibility here. And for some people, well, the Melbourne Cup, not all that happy an occasion. You couldn't be happy, boys, with the fact that Cape Tara's been scratched.
No, these things happen, but Central Park's a chance. Not very happy about the whole situation at all.
It's about trying to stand out from the crowd, which can be impossible on Melbourne Cup Day. So, hey, why not just go the black and yellow? Tends to work for... Take you long to come up with the idea?
You're all bumblebees, and I'm queen bee.
You're the queen bee?
I'm the queen bee, yes.
Oh, dear.
These are all my honey, my little sweeties.
Fantastic.
Okay?
Well, it's springtime. The bees are out. The flowers are over that way. The roses, I've seen them. Take the bees over
We're
there.
on our way, okay? Bye, have a good day.
Buzz off.
He is always stirring up trouble. You know, the email address we've been giving the last couple of days, people are logging on and giving us a few of their comments. We would like to say an enormous hello. Our first two email comments today from Romania, George, who is loving the coverage. And George, thank you for that. We're glad you could join us, and it's great to have you with us. As we say to all our international visitors, welcome. In particular, Bob Seifert from Louisville in Kentucky, who believes that the Melbourne Cup, as we do, is the greatest traditional race in the world. And Bob, I'm told you're favouring Able Master. Look, best of luck today. Not my favourite, but let's see how we go. To all our international viewers, you know, if you can't be here, stay put. Don't move from the telly, because we're going to bring you the best day in racing worldwide. This is the 1999 Foster's Melbourne Cup. Joining me in the Marquee area, this is the place, fun, festivities, celebrities drop by all the time. And of course, where is he? Mikey Robbins from Network 10, the famous Good News Week and Good News Week Nightlife.
Yep, I'm mate.
Mikey, great to have you with us. You kind of bookend the week for 10, so you're pretty important to me. You're off on my lead-in.
Oh, thank you very much. You're far too kind. Hey, who's having fun? Yeah! Who's going to wake up naked on a concrete floor? Yeah!
How many times have you been to the Spring Carnival?
This is the first horse race I've ever been to. Why did they tell me there was free booze before? This is great.
Mikey, I'm glad we got you a little early.
Yeah, I know. But I'm always better early.
I think the producers are too. Tell me, what's your tip today?
Probably, I'm going with Travel Mate. And also Second Coming, because I've noticed that horses with biblical names have won for the past few years. In fact, as soon as there's a horse called Jesus, I'm backing it.
Mikey, good luck today. Thanks so much for joining us. We love having you on Network 10. It's wonderful that you're there. And, of course, you give me some of the best lead-ins all week, so I'm very appreciative.
Am I on Channel 10? Oh, that's nice.
Good luck today.
I wonder why I was broke.
Let's go to the mounting yard with Peter and Jenny and all the details on race 4. And Peter in particular, I guess this is a wide open race. Which side of the track's the fastest?
Well, you would say after Saturday, Sandra, that probably the grandstand rail, the rail closer to us, was quicker, especially after Far Rome. But I noticed all the 2-year-olds went to the other side of the track, Jen, although I think possibly some of that might have been that the 2-year-olds didn't want to come down the outside by themselves or just with one companion.
Well, that's true. I mean, they're young horses and there's a huge crowd here. But not only that, it was a smaller field as well.
Yep, bigger one here in the Eat Well, Live Well 1100. In fact, we've got a field of 16, and let's start them off with our scenario number 2 to be ridden by Damien Oliver for Peter Jolly.
Well, I liked her win at Morphettville. I thought it was a good effort in a good field there. She's a lightly race type of mare, but she's going to be very hard to beat in this race.
3 is Blaze the Turf, ever consistent mare trained by Johnny Ledger at Wangaratta and to be ridden by Adrian Ledger, comes from the outside, so it'll come down the grandstand.
Yeah, for sure. And ran second in this race last year to Walnut. She's a very good mare. She's freshened up here, and I think she's an each-way chance.
Natural Is My Name finished 3rd behind Archangel at Caulfield at its last start. Archangel is out, so Natural Is My Name is the popular pick. You can see $4.20 for $1 on Super Tab. Jimmy Cassidy, the rider for JB Cummings.
She wasn't suited on the slow track there at Caulfield at her last start. She's a super honest type of performer. She does strip a lot fitter going into this race, and she's another one with a good chance.
I reckon Lady of Aragon's got a good chance too, Jen. Number 8 for Jason Patton, riding for Johnny Sadler here at Flemington.
Well, they've been riding her back, and since they have, she's done extremely well, Peter. She is dropping back in distance, but I don't think that should worry her too much. She's a good mare and she's a good chance.
And you almost need a 12, 1400 metre horse to win up the 1100 here at Flemington. Number 10, Margarine, and we'll refrain from using the jokes until I get to the barrier, I think. Eddie Wilkinson is the rider, Lee Friedman of Caulfield the trainer.
Well, Margarine's been freshened up. Now, this horse has a very good fresh record, and last year she did run third at this meeting behind Visual Displays. I think she's there with some chance in the race.
11, Perfect Arc. Stephen Baster rides for Nicky Burke at Cranbourne, and of course they are very close friends, Steve and Nicky.
Yes, she did pull up lame at her last start back in May, but she's been fresh and she's trialled well at Cranbourne. I think she's a trifecta chance.
Johnny Sadler's got another one here in number 12, Active Devotion. Greg Hall is the rider. I know they've got an opinion of this filly, but the problem is, or this mare I should say, problem is she's been a little unsound.
Yes, I thought she was a little bit disappointing at Sandown 2 starts ago, and she was on the worst going at Moonee Valley at her last start. She's a little bit inconsistent, but she gets in nicely with 52, so if you like her, you could probably have something on her.
And she's showing about $28 for $1 on Super Tab. And go down to number 16, River Crossing, which is showing around about $22 for $1 on Super Tab. And this is your tip in the race.
Yes, I thought this horse has performed very well down the straight here before, and having drawn barrier 17, the right side of the track here, well, we think it's the right side of the track at this stage, and I do think she's a good value chance in the race.
I'll tell you something now, Jennifer, you are not the only one who has tipped that horse to me in the last half hour or so there is a bit of a whisper for River Crossing. Okay, what's your trifecta?
I'm going for number 16, River Crossing, from number 8, Lady of Aragon, and number 2, Our Scenario.
Okay, these candidates are going to the gates now for the 4th, the Eat Well, Live Well 1100, 4th of 10 races here on Foster's Melbourne Cup Day on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon in Melbourne. Huge crowd streaming in, around about 100,000 people expected at Flemington this afternoon. And there are the dividends, so let's check them out with Dan Malicki as they go to the gates for race 4.
Another open race, Pete. Our Scenario, number 2 and 5, Natural Is My Name, fighting out favouritism. Snippets Lass for a recent winner at big odds. Blaze the Turf at 13, that's number 3. Follow Gold's number 7, 22. Lady of Aragon well in the market. Queen Kahuna 17. Margarine at $9, number 10. Perfect Arc at 46, Active Devotion 28, $10 Final Exhibit, 23 Desert Mistral, 75 Famous Folly, 22 River Crossing, and then big odds for number 17 and 18 Pattern of Bells and Red Vista as the runners go to the stalls for the 4th.
Thanks, Dan. Yes, down here in the bookmakers ring, Our Scenario is the clear-cut favourite. It's been good money for it, and also plenty of money around for number 8, Lady of Aragon. It's the big shortener, and Jen's tip is River Crossing on the tote, 20-1, half that price in the ring. Peter Donegan.
Tim Gossage with that report from the betting ring. Here are the selections, and I've gone for Lady of Aragon here with the scratching of the forerunner in Archangel. So too is Richard Friedman. Jen's is big odds River Crossing. We'll be finding out what Roy Higgins likes through the birdcage when we come back on the other side of this break for the Eat Well, Live Well 1100, race 4 on Cup Day. Inserted into the gates for race 4, the Eat Well, Live Well 1100. They're forming a good line. Here are the last-minute thoughts of champion jockey Roy Higgins, courtesy of Sport 927.
Thanks, Peter. I went with the 2 here, Our Scenario, the very good Adelaide mare. First up winner over there. Excellent win. She has raced very well here in Victoria. 2-5, David to the 13, I should say. Final Exhibit. Put in a shocker at the last start. She looks very well. The 8 and the 5 were my other 2 chances.
Just about.